please stop believing what you see on the internet in terms of screenshots, because there is a very old trick in the game. It's called manipulating the back end of a metaphor trader.
Right, so how long did you try to figure out Forex before you got a grasp of it?
How long did it take me to figure out Forex? About 3 years.
Plus the struggles.
Yeah, about 3 years, because I was fortunate enough to meet somebody who kind of like pointed me in the right direction. Yeah, that's what literally stopped the bleeding. Because
Who
I
was
have
that? Who was the person?
one random guy.
Ah,
So I'm in a coffee shop
okay.
in London, right? I go there, I'm just trying to trade. I have my computer open, my indicators and everything's up popping and all that.
Your colorful chat.
My very colorful chat, and then the guy just pops up behind me. He asks me, he says, "How's your trading going?" As with every forex trader, they always want to lie that their trading is going okay. So I lied. I said my trading is going great, but I was struggling. You know what he said? He says, "With everything I see on your charts, are you sure your trading is going okay?" So I'm going to ask you again, how is your trading going? Like, my trading is going horrible. Help me. Like, I had to, at that point, I was like, I don't care
Yeah, you
anymore.
don't catch me.
You don't catch me. I beg, help me. I beg, help me, and help me fast. So he was like, all right, cool. So obviously we got talking, what do you do and everything. So he turned out to be, at the time, he was a senior trader at Goldman Sachs. So you know Goldman Sachs, right? Goldman Sachs is one of the top investment banks in the world. So yeah, so we had different meetings. I showed him my charts. I showed him all my blown accounts. At the time, I was so desperate because the thing about trading is that it is a skill that once you get it hang of, your life has changed forever. That means you never have to work for anybody again. That means at any given time, if at any given time and any given place you find yourself, you can always cash out. Yeah. So I was like, this is a skill that I would love. Do you understand? Like I need so desperately. So I was really, really dedicated, to obviously attending his meetings, making sure that whatever he said to me, I did. Obviously, I had to pay for it. I think that was the most expensive mentorship program I ever paid for.
How much?
£3,000.
For how long?
So it was gonna be for 7 weeks.
£3,000 for 7 weeks.
Yeah, £3,000 for 7 weeks.
And you're complaining that 1,000 for 1 year is too much.
£3,000 for 7 weeks. But at the time, and I spent a lot of money on different mentorship. Like if I've not spent money learning how to trade forex, maybe $25,000 before I got to go to where I was. That's what.
Okay. Over 3 years.
Yeah.
You had spent 25.
Not on blown accounts, so
on
education alone. Yeah.
And usually what you spend on blown accounts is more because
It's different. No, that one is we can never quantify that because there's 500, 700, 1,000 here and there that
in fact, some people just their work is to deposit into the bank.
Exactly, just keep depositing and stuff like that. So, at the end of the day, like it was 25K. Like, probably wondering where did I get it from? You hustle. I mean, you have family members, you have people. You just do different things, and I was in the UK at the time, so I was able to hustle here and there and just try and make some £400.
Do you think environment also helps?
In what sense?
In like cash flow.
Dude, you need cash flow to make money in this game.
And the environment helps to give you cash flow.
Okay. Environment does, and where you're coming from as well matters. People, when I go on YouTube and I'm talking, people, when people come across me on social media, right? They're like, he made it because he came from a comfortable background. This is what I'm starting to get a lot recently, because as the brand is growing bigger, I'm getting obviously
more visibility.
Podcasts. So many podcasts that I can't even attend to. So the little I can do, like this interview. Like I have 5 interviews that I cancelled, but because I know you.
Oh.
You get what I mean? And I remember seeing you. The video when I came for the Jeffrey's event in January, I saw you welcomed me from the car. So every time I go on my Instagram and I watch that video, you're the first person Abiola edited. Remember this guy, right?
Yeah, I
So I
remember.
remember shaking your hand. So you are like, I know you. Do you get what I'm saying? So even when I see you on Instagram, like your profile, and like I remember this guy. So I like, hey, let's see. But that's what I was saying. Podcasts are endless. Probably have 49 different podcasts that we just haven't just had the time to honor um, YouTube interviews and stuff like that. So as the brand is getting bigger now, people are obviously I'm going on podcasts and I'm telling this my story a lot more now. And people are like, obviously he came from a comfortable background. That's why he was able to succeed. But it has absolutely nothing to do with that.
The only thing he might have to do is probably it helps you build that mindset
Yeah,
early
it
on.
did. Like the only thing it was the mental exposure it gave me, but
Yeah.
this is the same charts that all of us are looking at. Like the difference is I put in work, man. In school, when I'm eating my Indomie, eating dinner on my desk in my small cubicle room, I put chat on, I'm watching YouTube videos. I used to journal my trades a lot. I used to go back and reflect. Like I was on a job. You get like I was on this key. You cannot cheat the charts. You cannot cheat experience.
Can't cheat the system.
You can't cheat the system. You have to know your onions. If not, the market will deal with you.
And the only way to know it is to put in the hours.
Yeah, you have to put in the hours. You cannot escape it.
So, sorry to cut in. Just a little throwback into 2021. I was in IM Academy at the time, and there's this like very good guy that was always ranking top educator, Cambridge Moore, and in his videos. And then in one of his live sessions, he's like, okay, watch this video 3 times every day for 2 weeks, and you understand what I thought. And I'm sure a lot of people didn't do it, but I watched each of those videos about 11 times. And this is an hour, 20 minutes video. The least is an hour video. I watched each of them 11 times. It took me 3 months to finish it. And I don't say supernaturally. I don't know how the expertise came, but everything he taught, I just understood.
So what happens? What has happened in that case is very simple. So you say you take a footballer like Kylian Mbappe, right? Mbappe turned pro at 16, 17. The reason why Mbappe was able to turn pro at 16, 17 is because Mbappe had put in a certain amount of hours required for you to be deemed a professional. In life, I think it's about 30,000 hours. There's a particular amount of hours that if you put into something,
Anything at all, you'll be
anything,
very good.
yeah, definitely. If you put in a certain amount of hours into it, I think it's 30,000 hours. If you've done 30,000 hours, is not just that's years. You get what I mean? Yeah. So if you are
I think
putting,
they said 3 to 5 years.
yeah, so it's a certain amount of hours. I can't exactly remember the right. If it's 3,000 hours or 30,000 hours, one of them. So if you're watching this, you obviously can do your research, but you need to have put in a certain amount of hours before you can be considered a professional or before you can actually start competing at a professional level. So what happened to you in that case was you had seen and practiced that methodology or that approach over and over and over and over and over and over again, that it now became a part of you. And this is the reason why I'm very, very successful on the charts. People think that because I can do an analysis. I don't know if you guys watch my Trader Talk videos. Yeah, you can tell like if I say something's gonna happen, it does happen. Which is very rare. Most people just post screenshots. I don't post screenshots. Right before it happens, as it's happening, as I'm making the money and all of that, the whole entire 9 years, right? And it's not by luck. The reason why I'm able to be so proficient on the charts is because I have seen the market patterns formed over and over and over again because of the amount of hours I have put looking at the charts.
So when you see something like this, you already know, okay, this was what happened. The last 3 times this happened.
Yeah, I can remember chart patterns from 2014. This is 2023. I can remember chart patterns from 9 years ago. Do you get what I mean? I remember the US dollar trending very strongly. The euro was falling, GBP USD was falling, the USD was falling due to something called quantitative easing. When I go and speak to Forex traders, they the big ones you know now, and I talk about stuff like quantitative easing, they don't even know what quantitative
I don't
easing
even
is.
know what it is.
Exactly. So that's from way back. So when you put in that kind of time into looking at something, it's only a matter of time before things start to pan out. But the problem is a lot of people give up before they get to that point. They want instant gratification, and stuff like that. So like I said on my Trader Talk videos, half of the stuff that I'm trading, I've seen the patterns from before. That's why I can hold on to something. People who say this, blah, blah, I don't really care because I'm like, what do you know? And I've seen this guy before. Or I can see a trade that looks like a very juicy setup. I can see a trade that looks like a very juicy setup. And, this is most likely going to stop me out. Because I know this guy, this is most likely going to be a situation whereby it's going to induce people to start selling and then turn the other way. How do I know that? Because the thing has chopped my money before. Do you get
Like
what I
it
mean?
happened yesterday and it chopped all of us money.
Yeah, exactly.
We were on a very good sale, right at the SL. Like it was a spike of almost 30 pips. One candle. Phew. I'm like, okay.
Gone.
Okay.
Yeah, so but what you should do next time is always journal your losses. For every trade. So if you guys, you're watching this, I want you guys to listen very carefully, right? If you have 10 trades in a month, document every single one of them. If you can also document yourself, how you feel, your thought process before you got into the trade, your thought process during the trade, and your thought process after the trade. If you do this for your 10 trades, even if 8 of them are losers, document them and put them in a folder. Do this for 2-3 months. And then go back and watch. Because we always feel like, I can remember this trade. There are trades we can remember, but we can't remember all of them. We always feel like, it's just like when the teacher tells you, take notes. You're like, I'll remember. I used to do, like, everybody thinks they can remember what the teacher says.
But they won't.
But you can't remember what the teacher says. Till tomorrow, people believe that they can remember even I still believe I can remember what the teacher says. But because I know now whatever you don't write down, you're going to forget. So don't kid yourself, document. So what this happens is, you can now, let's say the trade stops you out for a loss. 5 losing trades. Now, when you go back and you watch yourself, the analysis before and how it stopped you out.
Now you're less emotional, more logical to see why.
Exactly. Now you can see what exactly happened. I'm nothing but a wise trader.
Some of us are wise. Every other person over wise.
Yeah. I'm just nothing but a wise trader. Like I wouldn't.
No, don't say wise. Over wise.
Because I've like
there's a lot of experience to what you say.
Good. So you have to journal your trades, but journaling is boring. It's boring. And that explains why there are only 1.52% successful traders amongst the entire pack. Out of 100 traders, only 1 or 2. You can only find 1 or 2 successful traders because those people in your secondary school, your high school where they read. When everybody's playing football, they read. When everybody's they do their homework. And on prize giving day, they are right in front taking all the prices. They didn't get to the front by accident. When everybody was not.
I have a reverse of that. So in my secondary school, little throwback to I was not a reading guy. Trust me. I was always taking the prices. At least I never went below third. First, second.
Yeah,
I didn't read.
Yeah.
Even for example.
Even in my high school, I had people like that. But the problem is, it's not that many. You're one of the very few. So there will obviously come a time whereby you see traders that started maybe trading 6-7 months and they're already fantastic traders. That's 1 in a million. Everybody has that in their high school. Do you understand? But go and check the guy that was beating you first and second and was competing for you for third and fourth. Where were they when you were playing? They were reading.
Of course.
They were studying. So it's just like trading as well. Like, you have to do things that other people are not willing to do. Fam, it cuts across life. If you want to be successful, you want to do you understand? You want to achieve something that other people don't have, then you must be prepared to do things that other people are not willing to do. And in this trading case, is journaling. You have to journal those trades. I don't know. Obviously, you're watching this interview. You wanted me to tell you, give you a holy grail strategy. I would love to give you that. But if you want to build yourself, something as simple as journaling those trades, it will cut your learning curve in half. If it was going to take you 2 years to master the game, it will take you 6 months to master the game. You get what I mean? So it was when I started journaling my trades. I have screenshots from 2013 ready to go at any given time. I pull it up. I don't look at them as much these days, but like when I scroll through, I can see setups. The ones
I
that
still have them. So the way I used to keep my, I used to journal before now I have an actual book where I journal. But then I mark out my chart. There's this particular chart on my trading view. You know, there's Wanda, there's Pepperstone, there's Forex, there's Com and stuff. It's a wonder. I don't clear it. You overcame them, the practical ones.
top three struggles. I don't know if I have top three struggles, but I'll just tell you like what I just used to battle with at the time. So every trader battles with a strategy. What strategy am I going to use for this game? That's the issue. Forget about everything. Your strategy they work. Is it clicking? Your strategy does it work? That's it. So most traders don't have a strategy that they believe in because they don't have a strategy that they feel has been proven and tested. So they will spend a lot of money jumping from academy to academy, mentor to mentor in the search of that holy grail, which is strategy. And that was the same case for me as well. Okay, it was for traders, it's never money. Money is never the issue. Capital has never been a trader's issue because you will find the money to put into the account one way or the other. We have a demo account, so you can trade. You even if you don't have live money, you have demo money. So trading has never been the issue. It's trading correctly that has always been the issue. Do you have what it takes to go into the market and consistently extract profits? It's a strategy that they don't have, and that's exactly why most traders don't succeed today because they don't believe in their strategy.
So what's a valid buy in your strategy? What do you at least out of every other thing, I must see these 2 or 3 things. It doesn't really matter.
So
But those things you
how I
must look out for.
conquered the strategy issue was that, like I'm telling you, like I spend a lot of money, so much money, just trying to learn Forex and all that. I bought so many strategies and all that. But for me, the game changer was obviously most people who are watching this know how I trade top-down analysis, where I go from higher time frame, I'll make my way down to the lower time frame. So how I discovered this and how I made this work for me was obviously when I met my mentor at the time. He was trading for a bank, and he said something very simple to me. He said, "Look, whatever it is you do, you want to see the market the way the institutions see the market." I'll take it again. Whatever you do, you want to see the market the way the institutions see the market. Don't be clever. Don't try and be smart. So whenever it is you're analyzing, try as much as possible to analyze in such a way whereby you're trading in the same direction as the institutions. So what I then started doing was when I do an analysis, for example, now when I plot my key levels, banks like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, a couple of big banks publish their analysis. They publish their FX reports. People just don't read them. I'm sure if you go on Forex Factory or go on these Forex blogs or if you publications, you see them. They post them everywhere. So what I started doing was, and this really helped me, when I plot my levels and I do my projection, I go and check to see if my projection or whatever thing it is I'm doing is in line with what the banks are doing. When I knew I was getting better as a trader was when my analysis literally started to line up with what the institutions were doing. That's when I knew I was onto something. That's why how I plot my levels, the market will get to my level, it must turn around. Must definitely turn around.
That's Willis zone.
Yeah, Willis zone. So the market is there. So then obviously I started to tweak things a bit, customize them a bit to fit my own style of trading. And that's what obviously I was able to now name Willis zone and top down analysis. But at the end of the day, everything price action is been there before the Willis zone, it's been there before I was born. Do you get what I mean? Like At the end of the day, you just want to be able to trade the way the institutions trade. Because if you're trading with them, trading the same direction with them, who's going to stop you? Except God says it's not going to happen, right? So that's pretty much it.
So
Get
in
it?
terms of equity, right? Which has more leverage for traders? Would you say prop firms or you say investors?
Prop firm. You really want to talk about prop firms? Let me see. We're going to prop firms now.
We'll just make it really brief. You know that was a major thing that brought us the equity.
Okay. I'll try as much as because my friends now own a prop firm, so I have to be careful and tread carefully. So how do I put this now? So what's the question? What has more leverage in
In
terms
terms
of
of equity,
what do you mean by that? What do you mean what has
more
more leverage?
leverage, like for a trader, which would pay them more, an experienced trader, he knows his onions,
Most
prop firms or
can
actual investors.
can never be a prop firm. Can never be a prop firm. So I'm going to explain both of them because actually I'm going to do a video on this pretty soon. So I might as well just let me let the cat out of the bag. You see, I'm an investor kind of guy, and that's exactly why I've grown this far. All of it, what you see, everything I have today, I owe it to my investors. Because first of all, they trusted me with their capital, they believed in me, and they gave me and this is important, they gave me a very conducive trading environment to trade, which prop firms do not offer traders. My investors that I'm currently trading for at the moment, annually, they want 15%. At the end of the year, they want just 15%. There's no time frame for me to pass any challenge. I don't have to deliver by a particular time. Do you get what I mean? Because of this, I'm relaxed. Whereas when it comes to a prop firm, the barriers are too many. I looked at everything and I'm just like, traders can never pass this prop firm challenges. I know this. Because you're now inducing them to day trade and do things that under normal circumstances will inhibit their ability to progress as traders. You cannot give a trader a time frame to pass a challenge. What if the market conditions are not favorable at that time? Do you get where I'm coming from? And that's exactly why binary options no longer exist today. Because people like myself champion against binary options. I always tell
I
you.
stopped because of you.
Good. People like myself champion against binary options. Yeah, people like myself champion against binary options because you cannot tell me that my trade has to be positive by a particular time when the trade is closing. That's fraud. That is fraud. You can't tell me that because a trade that is most likely going to be take somebody like me now. I'm holding out for a trade for 1,000 pips. My trade can be negative for a week. So are you trying to say, but after the week, the trade now goes into positive and then goes all the way to my 1,000 pips. Now you have cut short a potential 1,000 pips because in 5 minutes, the trade was not in profit. It doesn't make any sense. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you look at the most successful traders, the most successful investors in the world, they are more medium-term traders in terms of time frames. They're not looking for a quick in and out buck. They understand that, look, at the end of this day, Forex is an investment vehicle. You're supposed to use it to grow your capital, not flip your money. The moment you look at Forex as a way to flip your money, then you have created a gambling environment. And you know what happens to gamblers? Keep gambling and depositing and the house keeps beating them. So if you want Forex to work for you, if you want to change the dynamics of the probabilities to favor you, you need to do away with a lot of things. And one of that is thinking long term. You got to think a bit more long term when it comes to trading because, like I said, it's an investment vehicle. It's not You're not here to use it to double your capital. Are you getting where I'm coming from? The people who actually use Forex properly use it to grow the capital. But then you have prop firms that are now telling you that you have to do XYZ within a period of time, or do this, or return that, and then they're inducing you to trade and all that. There's no difference between a bloody prop firm and a bloody broker. The prop firms are just masquerade brokers now and have just found a new way to exploit the Forex audience as far as I'm concerned. See why I don't like to talk about this? These people lose money. Have you know?
No, actually, the
Have you?
larger majority of 10 people, just one person passes profile.
Yeah, I've seen.
Or if 3 of them pass, just one person got a payout.
So we're about to launch our own prop firm very soon. But we're going to do things differently.
Okay.
You know, I want the traders on the prop firm to trade the way I trade.
Swing.
Not necessarily swing. I want you to be relaxed like how I'm relaxed. See, I'm relaxed, I'm talking to you. I hit the stop loss last week. Does it look like I hit the stop loss? I'm chill. Because I don't have to see my investors until December. It's a long time away. I got time to do whatever the hell I need to do. Obviously overall we're up, but it's a minor glitch. I'll give the market time to do whatever it needs to do. And when it's ready, same rules, same principles, same strategy, same everything. All my boxes need to be ticked before I get into that trade. If no conditions present itself, I'm gonna have to wait and wait it out. But you can't do that on a prop firm challenge, can you? Exactly. And your investor depends on the kind of investor you're talking about. They can fund you to as much as they can potentially fund you. And one thing I keep telling traders, the issue is not capital. The issue is, can you trade? Can you trade? It's a very, very important question because people come to
Can
me.
you trade?
People come to me all the time and are like, buy me a prop firm account. Give me money to trade. Can you trade? It's a very, very important question. Most traders cannot stand up and tell me that they can trade. Okay, let me see. I don't even need to see your trading account. Most people trying to show me trading account. And that takes me to trading accounts. Okay, now what I'm about to say here, Abiola, we're going to use this as the intro for the video. Okay, you guys are watching this, right? There's a trick in the game called manipulating the back end of the metaphor trader. Okay, if you have $10,000, $12,000, you can buy an MT4 license, and then you can act like you've withdrawn money. You can act like you have placed trades that were profitable because you have access to the server because you just bought it from MetaQuotes. It's a real thing. This thing didn't just start now. It started when I came into the game. There were a group of Malaysian boys. I used to see them, they post screenshots, to buy cars, this and that. They would tell me to trade a particular trade. I would place the trade. I will lose, but they win. How? How? I didn't know that they were manipulating the back end of the MT4. So everything was all blues. Even if they had reds, not that many reds, it was more blues than reds. Are you getting where I'm coming from? And I still see it till today. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle. But at the end of the day, if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. The prop firms are not here to help any traders. They're here for their own selfish interest. Because not that many traders pass their challenges. I dare any prop firm to bring out their back end. Let me see. I know all of them. I know the CEOs. You're forgetting that I'm an institution in industry. A lot of things flow through my desk. Do you know how many prop firms have reached out to me? Have you noticed I haven't signed up with any broker? Infinox left, I did not sign any contract. Haven't you noticed? Nothing. I'm like, these guys need to chill. These guys need to chill. I'm not signing. I'm not going to go on stage jumping, promoting any company that sign up. The only company I can vouch for right now is Willis University and what I have to teach. That's it. Because the rest of these companies out there, they understand the dynamics of the game. They understand that the average trader is a gambler, and they're going to prey on their emotions, and they're going to prey on their very inferior mindset. Are you getting where I'm coming from? Are you learning a lot of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah? Or am I speaking too much?
No. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I tell
I'm
you.
just trying to wrap it.
Yeah, yeah, you
I'm
want me
trying to
to
wrap
cut? Yeah, it's
I'm
true.
trying to
Like,
wrap it.
because nobody talks about this.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the Lambos, man. I don't give a rat's ass about all of that. I grew my YouTube channel from 0 subscribers to currently I'm at 93,000. Maybe by the time I'm back in Dubai, my plaque should be waiting for me from YouTube. I grew it to almost 100K. Most people don't even know what car I drive. Probably only seen my car on YouTube once. I only showed my anything luxury only one time. Chat work, chat work. This is how it's done. 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 Because I want to lead with information. I want to lead with education. I want to lead with educating people. I'm not here to deceive anybody, so I'll tell you exactly how it is. The prop firms are out here for themselves. The brokers are also out here for themselves. That's why you go to an educational event hosted by a broker and then they give you one rubbish strategy. Say when you wake up by 9:30, by the time you finish eating your breakfast, you do this crossover, early morning bed, rise strategy, this one, that one, shoot bed for more, do this one, that one, rubbish. Nonsense. Yeah, because
And they tell you to wake up and read your affirmation, aspire to
yes,
Maguire to
yeah. Then you
Maguire.
go on Twitter and then those my children on Twitter that I always destroy whenever I have the time.
They always look at
They will put in Twitter threads. Say affirm that this and this one you have to stay disciplined. And, oh God, can you trade? Forget the story you are telling me here. You fit trade. Can you hold a trade? I held the trade for 2.5 months. Some of them got stopped out for break even. One of them stopped out for a loss. Can you handle that? Trading is even beyond the charts. Can you handle the emotional damage that comes with trading? Can you handle the holding on? Can you stick to your own beliefs? That's another thing. Can you stick to your own beliefs? You believe the strategy not to stick to your own beliefs. So back to your question, say anything too negative about prop firms because we're about to launch our own. So I'll be a hypocrite to speak ill about them and then launch ours. But what I can tell you for free is we're going to do things a lot differently. I'm going to build a Forex ecosystem for the traders. I'm going to build a Forex ecosystem that I wish I met when I came into the industry. You get what I mean? I'm gonna build. So if it's prop firm, if it's obviously if you listen, if you've ever any of you who's on the Forex Mastery program and you've ever taken the program, you will see and speak nothing but the truth. You don't have money. This $100 will make you rich. You cannot double this money. If you double it, you blow it. Let me tell you now, so that you're aware. I tell you the truth. That's why a lot of people they come across me and then they're like, this guy, and then they go across to other influencers, and then when they don't blow
God
the
replace
account,
us, Jesus.
and then they come back to my DMs and they surrender like this. Say, please, I'm ready to listen to what you have to say now. I've lost my house rent, I've lost my school fees. Yeah, I see the casualties, man. Like I have a very extensive team. They handle the counseling, the counsel boys now. I've lost 400 million of people's money. What? I will put the profile picture and say, who give this one 400 million to trade? They gave you 400 million to trade. People are trading with mad accounts, so don't play.
Yeah.
Don't play. Don't play. So, in all along, in summary, get your strategy right. Get something you believe in. Okay? Manage your expectations when it comes to Forex. Please, 10% a month, you're a big boy. If you do 10% a month consistently for 6 months, you're a big boy. Don't let anybody fool you, please. You do 10% a month, come, I'll take you to Herbert Wigwe straight. You know Herbert Wigwe, right? MD of Access Bank. I was with him 4 days ago at the private jet terminal. Flew to get off. I saw him, we were talking and stuff like that. If you do that kind of money, Access Bank will give you $1 million easy. Can you do it though? I say just do 10%. I did beg people 10 one. Okay, place one trade a month. How can? Do you know that? I didn't say make money on the account. So I said put $10,000 in this account. trade, and break even by December. I didn't say make 5%, 10%. I didn't say double the account. I said just keep the account the same way you met it in January. I want to see it like that in December. Can't do it.
Like, don't get any profits.
I said, okay, I'm not asking you to make too much profit. Just trade, but keep the account the way it was.
Meaning, don't go minus.
Don't go minus. You can go up, but the lowest you can go is this $10,000
that I gave you.
I gave you. I'm giving you 12 months. I'm giving you 12 months. Give the trader the account in January. What are you saying December? December is too far. By April, the account is gone. I didn't say double the account. Oh. Keep it the way it is. The account is gone. It's gone. So there are a lot of things in the industry. Most people don't like to listen to stuff like that, but there are a lot of things in the industry that need to get fixed on. You know, I hope to see more profitable traders. This is why I do what I do. But I'm obviously coming to the end of my 20s now. I'm going to be 30 this time next year. I'm going to be approaching 30. I got bigger things on the horizon, bigger than Forex. You know, I'm still going to deliver my usual Forex talks on my Forex YouTube channel, but we're launching something bigger. I got more things to share with the world. It's not just Forex. Beyond that, you know, so I'll play my part in the industry, and I hope that people wake up one day, and I hope that these influencers realize that scamming people of their hard-earned money is a very short-lived way to make money. You can make money for 3 to 5 years and make $1 million, $1.5 million in the span of 3 to 5 years. But after that, like, your credibility is gone. Your credibility is gone. I've been around for 12 years, and I've been around for 12 years for a reason. Because once I walk into a meeting, I want to trade Forex, I will beg you, don't trade it, please. If anybody, I'll ask you why. People that come to me, I discourage them from trading Forex, first of all. The reason I do that is because I want you to understand that I'm not trying to beg you to do this thing. I need you to want to do it for yourself. And then I'll counsel you before I allow you to say, okay, go and do it. Because I need you to understand certain things. It's always important to lead with the truth. After some time, people are like, this guy is all about sign-ups. You can tell people are not stupid. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they're gone. Do you know how many influencers I've seen come and go? Influencers have come and go now. There's a guy called Ejimi, follows me on Instagram. I don't know Ejimi, the profitable investor. Ejimi has been around for a very, 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 very long time. I like him. I like his style of trading. Ejimi strikes me as someone that's been around for quite some time. He's been very, very consistent at a particular level because he strikes me as somebody that speaks the truth. He's one of the very few people that I've seen been around for quite some time. But most of the other influencers, you know, or rather most of the other, there's a guy called Greg Secker. Have you ever heard of Greg Secker before?
Yeah, but I've not really studied.
Yeah, because Greg Secker now, don't they fade out now? It's fading out now. Do you want to be here now and fade out in 5, 6 years? You don't want to do that. Because what happened?
I'm not even supposed to say this on camera, but next week I'm going with him to Abuja to see Ejimi the profitable investor.
Yeah. See,
I want to have this again with him.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't met Ejimi one-on-one before, but I think we've spoken a long time ago on
He
Instagram.
was on Vegas last week.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys that have obviously been around for a very long time, and I think that's because he leads with the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but most people who are all about sign-ups and you know, posting flashy stuff and all that get bored after some time. People get bored after some time, so you have to have.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to take you one interview. I didn't want to say anything. See, this thing, I have a video that I wanted to drop on my YouTube channel, but like my team has been begging me, say don't do it, so they might assassinate you. Because I shut down the industry in one video. One video I shut down the industry because I know too much, like 12 years. I've seen how the industry has chopped my money. Oh. Do you understand? I've fed my hard-earned money into some very, very wicked people. Sit down. What about IML? You are going too far. IML that just backed up. You see, there's nothing new under the sun. Before there was IML, there was another company. Before there was that company. So, as IML has packed up, give it 24 months.
That's too far. in
Another one.
6 months.
Another
You do
one is
something.
another one is back. You know, so
I saw when you were always bashing IML.
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
need to.
and I'm still with these guys.
Oh, you saw when I was bashing IML.
Bro, like,
And where are they right now? That means I was right.
no, you were bashing so much that was one of the major reasons. Myself and shout out to FZ by Legbele, both of us, we had to, okay, you know what, we're done with this. Because we didn't have anything to do other than Dapo said we should leave IML. We should leave IML, and we left it. And now these so-called coaches were not so-called because they are really good people. I'm talking about like the educators, not the coaches themselves. The educators are now here in our DMs. Teach me this same thing. I'm like, bro, I was learning from you.
Yeah.
No, I should teach you this thing.
That means they didn't even know
what they were doing.
Bro, whatever you do, just be a good trader. That's it. If you want to be here for a long time, learn the charts. Yeah. So I'm gonna
Leave the hype.
leave the hype. The hype is wrong, bro. Cause my trades they bang, man. You see, legit trades. Exactly. So leave the hype. Know how just learn how to trade. Do you know how many I have? Most influencers cannot go for an investors meeting. They can't take on funds. They can't take on funds. I've heard influencers that people have given money to and they got to return the money or the money was no more.
Because they don't know the skill.
They
So
don't
in
know.
a bid to protect their name, they'd rather return your money.
Good. But I'll walk into any meeting and if the terms are right, I'll sign on the deal. Like I'll trade, I'll manage your money easy. I'll trade it even if I only place two. Sometimes I place only 3 trades, make 30% and I'm done for the year. Done for the year. That's it. See, it's easy. So the market works for me. You have to make the market work for you.
As someone you were like, okay, GBPUS is not yet in the place where I want to enter, so
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for it.
I'm gonna chill. Like
January, February, he was not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything. Even I'm not doing anything.
And all the while I was just there, I'm like, what's that saying?
You start to notice it. I'm not doing anything. I'm chilling. I'm not really interested in what the market has to offer now. Because when
No,
the
but
market,
now we are inquisitive. All right, we're anxious. We're very curious. We want to know what practical steps. Okay, let's assume. Let's not assume. For a trader that actually knows his onions, have put in the hours, have learned, how can we get access to these investors? Or how can we attract them?
investors
What
are
practical steps?
investors are the easiest thing to find. Investors are within you. They're around you. Package your trading. Package your portfolio. Tell your friends, look, I'm now into fund management. Your phone will start ringing. Announce it on your social media. Talk about it. Post it, publish it. See, the easiest thing to find is investors. Publish it, talk about it. They will come. You think I'm joking? Try it. You think I'm
But
joking?
publicly, I say I don't trade for people. Exclusively, there are some people that, okay, because of the phone, I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you're asking me if a regular guy, obviously, that knows how to trade, wants to raise capital. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Publish it on your social media. Tell people, like, I'm now open to managing funds. Highlight it on your social media. Social media is the easiest way to get clients. My biggest investors found me on YouTube. They found me on YouTube. I was just publishing Trader Talk videos. I think I was maybe on my 7th episode or 9th episode, one of them. Before I knew what was happening, they sent a private jet to pick me up. Before I knew I was in a different city, signing $50 million contract. There you go.
What's the biggest you've signed? Into this.
No, that's the biggest. At what, in one sitting?
one sitting?
Yeah, that's the biggest, definitely. Because we grew that 50 into almost 100, and then they added more, topped it up, and then we've been growing that ever since. But 50 in one sitting, yeah, 50M. That's the biggest.
Kidding me?
Nobody gives 15%. No investment vehicle is going to give you. That's what I said.
A short 15%.
I said compete with the benchmarks, compete with the stock exchange return, compete with the S&P 500, compete with the investment houses you see around you, 9%, 12%. So if you're doing 20%, do you know the amount of investors that will rush to give you money?
My very first investor was so naive and foolish to promise 30%.
30% is what, a month or
No, 30%
a
per 6
quarter?
months.
Okay.
And it was going to be a 2-year bargain. At the end of the first 6 months, I'm like, no, we can't keep it. And we have to have a meeting to dissolve that agreement. Because 30%, I'm waking up to, okay, I'm on 1% now. Okay, how can we get 30?
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I
when you're
thought
signing,
Forex was to give me freedom.
the thing is, when you're signing these contracts, yeah, you have to understand that you're the one that's gonna handle all the emotional torture at night. So the contract needs to favor you as the trader. If not, let them go and trade their money. They are on the meeting table for a reason because they know that you have a skill that they don't have. They want to make money on money. So when you're walking into these meetings and you want to sign a contract, always ensure that the contract favors you as the trader. There's a clause in all the contracts I signed. It's called the maximum drawdown clause. That if we lose your money up to 20%, we give you back your money with no legal implication. Do you know what that means? That means that for me, even if the first two trades are losing trades and we're down 6%, I'm chill. There's no anxiety, there's no pressure. You see, now that anxiety, they worry traders. So you do the standard maximum drawdown clause. It takes away all the anxiety, it takes away everything, all the headache, all the I have to do this by a certain time. And there's no fixed return on investment at the end of the year. Yes, we can have a hypothetical, this is what I can do, but it's not binding. It's not binding. I don't sign any me. You give me a contract, you send it to me, I will read it. My legal team will edit it and send it back to you. My terms. If not, go and trade your money. But then, if you want,
here we are with
if you
20% max drawdown,
yeah,
no profit targets.
no profit targets. So I can give you a hypothetical profit target.
Okay.
They'll tell you maybe like 30% at the end of the year.
Okay.
You get what I mean? But the maximum drawdown is 20%.
Okay.
Hypothetical, so we can do between 25 to 30%. However, that could be subject to market conditions. It's always subject to market because I cannot determine. Ukraine went to war. I didn't know at the beginning of the year that Ukraine was going to go to war. Look at what happened to gold prices. Gold prices shot up. Imagine if I was short gold and then these bloody Russians got into fucking Ukraine and blew shit up. Like I didn't know that was going to happen, did I? I didn't know that. So it's always subject to market conditions. So, in fact, the fastest way to spot a Ponzi scheme, the fastest way to spot a criminal in this finance industry, any company that guaranteed return is a scam. You cannot guarantee returns because you are not a financial market. You don't know for certain.
It's not for your father.
Yeah, you're only as good as your past result. And your past results does not always equate to future results. Exactly. So protect yourself, guys. When you're going into this game, protect yourself. Now, I'm not talking about prop firms. Now, let me tell you why people like prop firms. For them, spending $100, $200 to is a they play the
Let me play safe. Let me put
the road
500
dice.
and they give me $100,000.
It's minimal risk. Yeah, it's minimal risk. So they're like, now that's why brokers are even in trouble because why would I put $10,000 into an account when I can pay $200 to play at that $10,000 level? Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I say prop firms are the new brokers. From afar, I see the whole picture. I see everything that's going on. Do you get what I mean? Like, why should I pay 10? The brokers are in big trouble. These prop firms are about to take money from them. But prop firms are not going to last that long because people are eventually going to catch up and brother, leave this Forex
Why does
industry.
FTMO and the MFF still have that edge? Do you think they do?
What edge?
I mean, they've been here for as long as.
Yeah, but FTMO and prop firms are only just becoming popular in the last 12 months. Like when I mean popular, like people are now being crazy about prop firms, especially in the sub-Saharan African
But then
region.
here's FTMO with some years.
Yeah, FTMO have
What has kept them there?
prop firms. I used to trade in a prop firm in London at a point. The prop firm just had one website. They didn't have a social media page. Prop firms have been around for, okay, for example, the movie I watched in 2011 that got me into trading Forex. That I told you that guy was trading and I wanted to be like him. He was trading in a prop firm. No, so what is a prop? So prop firms before all of this FTM and all that. Prop firms were physical trading houses with computers and everything everywhere, whereby you go in there and then most of the time you go in with your own capital to trade there, or they'll give you. So prop firms have been around for a very long time. The only difference now is that it is more digitized and more accessible to people across the world. So prop firms have been around for a very long time. But what I'm trying to say here in essence is now prop firms are now becoming a lot more popular in this region. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So FTMO has been around for a long time, without a doubt, because people in the US, Canada, Australia are already used to prop firms. Prop firms are new to us in the sub-Saharan region. Do you get what I mean? So, I mean, I can't really say what the future is for prop firms, but one thing I can say is, I don't know, they need to fix up. They need to create a more stable trading environment for traders to trade. Yeah, they need to give traders a better opportunity. Well, I'm not going to give them what they should do because I'm coming in with my own spice and I'm going to most likely keep them out of the business. Yeah, most likely. You heard it here first on Dapo Radio. So yeah.
Well, I had back end G's of the prop firm.
No, I didn't. That's crazy because I only decided to start it 10 days ago.
I had it 2 days ago.
2 days ago. We kick it off. Not to compete or anything. Like I just want to create like
a better trading environment.
Yeah, because I have followers and students that I'm responsible for, and I wasn't really fazed about the prop firm space for a very long time. I didn't really care much about it. But when I started to see the statistics, and I was like, why is Forex people always have to be like this? Can't they just do anything straight for once in their life? Why does everything be about betting on the fact that traders will fail? Why can't we bet on the fact that traders will win? That's just my own, like, why can't we bet on the fact that traders will win? You know, so that's just my own.
But we are not here to fix or to sell your unique selling point of your prop firm. But I mean, what's the major disadvantage of a prop firm compared to an investor? Aside your nail,
what is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is that you don't get funded. You almost don't get funded with the prop firm because the barriers to enter. I'm putting this thing down for you. Like, the barriers to how many people do you know are funded? It's true. Not that many people are funded because to pass those challenges it's a tough challenge.
And then after passing them, you finally get funded. Someone is there telling you something else.
Yeah, then they'll tell you this and they'll tell you that. But if an investor says, I like your trading style, I like you, I'll visit see me on Monday. So Monday morning before you wake up, have you created the account? You see, when a man wants to make, and especially those 9 to 5 people that want extra streams of income, they're investors now. Because Chevron is here, Mobile House is here, Adax is here, oil companies are everywhere, banks are here. You have people that work for White 95, government boys are here, Lagos State government, people are everywhere that have $50,000 lying around doing nothing. The money is not doing anything, the bank is not giving them return on investment. They just sat there. So if you can prove to them that you can make money on money, you don't need to pay, you don't need to pass any challenge, just speak to them, blah, 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 50K put in their own trading account, and then you're trading it straight away. Whatever you make, you make. If you tell them you can do this over 12 months, nobody will disturb you. All you need to do, maybe send in you agree on quarterly reports. For my investors, it's quarterly reports that they get. Agree on quarterly reports and send it to them. Whatever you make, split it 50% with them, and then you take your thing and you go home. It's a big deal. The prop firms are not really funding people. How many people get funded? Let's forget about these prop firms, bro.
I'm not yet even pushing a prop firm, but then I recently signed an agreement with 10 Trade, and the reason is because you get instant live accounts. For example, with $300, you get instant $10,000, and then you don't have daily drawdown, you only have 9% overall drawdown.
What is that a broke 10 Trade? What are they?
10 Trade is a broker, but that recently launched a prop firm. So I'm pushing the prop firm because it sounds more reasonable. Instant live account, with 300 you get instant 10K, and then you don't have daily drawdown, but you have around 9% maximum drawdown. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to see like see what it looks like on paper.
It looks fairer. It looks fairer compared to no phase 1, no phase 2, no nothing. You're starting in instant live. And so if in 5 days you can place a withdrawal, only 5 minimum trading days.
Okay, and that's fine. Like if
No profit target.
But you see, the thing about prop firms is it's very dicey because at the same time, I understand why they have those different evaluation stages because they don't want to give it to a trader that is just going to come in and blow their
Blow their
accounts.
accounts.
Yeah, I get that, but they're using that as too much of an excuse to not fund these traders.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's my brother. The industry is. to
So what
build.
mental struggles did you face, and do you think traders will face trading for an investor? I think that's our second to the last question.
So I think the major thing is actually finding the investor. Most traders are not confident like myself. I can go in front of people and I can sell myself. The
Is it
thing
that you
is,
meet them randomly and you're like, okay, so or you
you
meet
know,
them
like
in
I'm a
a
very
hotel,
I'm a very
like,
chat I'm a very chatty person.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like I can sell myself. Most people can't really sell themselves. Most people are shy. You know, want to come off as this and blah blah blah. So in order for you to get investors, you need to be able to put yourself out there. So I think that's the biggest challenge you're going to face. And secondly, the reason why people like prop firms is because nobody's going to come and arrest them. That's it. Nobody wants to blow anybody's money. I'm scared. I don't want these. Prop firms are a safe way for them to try their luck. That's why most traders would rather stay with prop firms because it's safer. Only the traders that believe in themselves will step out of that. It's like riding a bicycle with 2 extra wheels. You are riding a bicycle, but you have 2 extra wheels, which is it. So even if you do like this, you will still
A bit more balanced.
you feel a lot more balanced. But if you can really ride the bicycle, really ride the bicycle, then those 2 extra wheels are actually
distraction.
Yes, they have a negative effect on your ability to
Because
move.
you can't really
Yeah, exactly.
swerve.
So it's like riding a bicycle.
Mm.
The newcomers need the support. They feel like they need the support. But the people that can actually trade, that support now becomes detrimental to their trading, if that makes any sense. So yeah, prop firms are serving their purpose and all that, but man, at the end of the day, people gotta eat, people are gonna do what they have to do. But I don't want to everybody has their hustle doing what they're doing, but then at the end of the day, I like to always come into things and do things a bit better, even if my prop firm going to make money, they're going to make a lot of money. Of course, we're going to make money. We're in business to make money. But if we're going to make money, let it not be a zero-sum game. I don't want to make money at the expense of somebody else losing money. I can make money while this man is making money. Because at the end of the day, look at it. If I have a lot of funded traders, it's easier for me because I don't even really need to trade. So even from my prop firm, I can select the best traders and actually want to fund them and
It's
actually
real money.
want them to succeed because I actually have people making me money. They don't think about this shit now, do they? No, it's
So you
giving.
pick the best traders and then you actually give them, okay, you know what? You've been trading.
Yeah, but
100K
now
accounts.
you're a
Let's
competitor.
give
I
you-
can't really tell you much anymore. This nigga's taking my idea. Guys, go follow me on the YouTube, Dapo Willis, and sure to check me out. You guys will love all the stuff that I have to offer there. But
No, I'm not a competitor. That's the best way you should
I know,
you should say.
no, ain't nobody competing with me in this
Collaborate,
game.
don't compete.
I don't see anybody as a competition, to be honest. Like I'm
I
friends
look
with.
up to you.
I'm friends with it. Yeah, I know. I'm just playing with you. You can't even compete with me if you try. I don't.
What I know that still sitting down.
And the thing is, I don't see anybody like I'm friends with everybody. Like
Yeah.
I'll sit down and eat with them and all that. I'm friends with everybody. Like I don't see anybody as a competition because what I can see, babe, it's bigger than the whole puzzle. So, I just always wish everybody the best. But my own is, ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth. If you ask me, is it like this? Is it as it's outside now? Is it sunny or is it cloudy? I'll tell you, not because I want to make money, I'll tell you it's sunny. I'll tell you it's cloudy, but if you wait till morning, we might have sun. You get what I mean? I'm not saying don't go outside and don't play. I'm just saying right now, it's cloudy outside, but in the morning it was sunny. So chances that tomorrow morning, sun will shine again. But I won't say because I want to make money from you playing outside, I will lie to you when I can clearly see it's bloody cloudy outside, I'll say it's sunny. That's just my own.
Final question before we call it today. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Please write them in the comment section. I can promise you this.
It's a long one. We've been here for hours, bro. How long have we been talking for?
I don't know. You have questions physically. Oh wow, we have physical audience with questions. But sorry, before we take the questions, I have one last question.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and the question is, for a trader, maybe not at your level, but a little below your level, but around like making some really good figures. You know.
Yeah.
What other industry, okay, can he use as an edge aside Forex market?
There's so many ways. I keep telling people they're like, so there's something that my grandfather used to tell me. He said there are a million ways to make $1 million. Dangote sells salt, sells cement. That's how he became a billionaire. They sell cement, bag of cement. If they sell salt, they sell sugar, they sell spaghetti.
Every home cook.
Yeah, so like there are a million ways to make $1 million. So for me, I mean, I can only speak for myself.
I would appreciate that. I really learned a lot from it.
So I like to lead with the things that I'm good at. Okay. I'm good at Forex. I trade Forex. I'm good at speaking. So I do a lot of speaking. I have the ability to sell. So I can convince people to buy whatever I think it is that I have to sell. I'm very good at digital marketing. Extremely good at digital marketing because I used to consult for a broker when I was in the UK in digital marketing capacity. So I'm good with that. So my advice to people is business is not for everybody though. Business is not for everybody. Do you get what I mean? Another thing is not everybody can be number one. I just hired somebody to run. That's probably going to be running the prop firm. I have structure. I have a lot of money. I have influence. I have everything. I just don't have time to run the organization because I have other things. So I employed an entrepreneur to be an entrepreneur within my business so that he can showcase his entrepreneurship skills. Now he has a now he has a platform. He doesn't have to worry about money, investors, he's taken care of, it's all that and blah, blah, blah. And he can get to showcase his talent. And that thing that's burning inside of him, he can bring it out. But if he was to do it by himself, he hasn't really done it. Do you get what I'm saying? So no, he hasn't done it. So I'm like, you know what, come, do this.
Let's collaborate. You
let's
have
collab-
the ability to manage it.
Yeah, you have the ability to manage it, but who is going to be number one? I have to call the shots.